Hello and welcome to the second module of clothing construction theory. On our last session, we looked at the introduction part of clothing construction theory. We discussed definition of several terms and where we can apply all the basics we had. Now, on today's session, we'll be discussing textile science and fabric selection. First of all, we'll discuss the term. What is textile? The word textile comes from a Latin word texture meaning weave. Weave is making. A textile is a fabric made from fibers. Fibers may be converted into yarns and then the yarns put together into the fabric, and or the fiber may be converted directly into a fabric. Textiles have such an important part in our lives. Everyone needs to know something about them. From early time, people used various textile fibers were used for covering, for warmth, personal adornment, display personal wealth. Today, textile is used for purposes and everyone is a customer. So, the first thing you're supposed to ask yourself, why do you need to study textile? A study of textile, e.g., why certain textiles are made durable, why others are more operant, the matter of cleanness, the maintenance, the drapability, the strength, all that. So, let's define some terms that we'll be using in this unit. First of all, we're supposed to discuss the term fiber. What is a fiber? Correct. I think you've given the right definition. A fiber is a long, thin, air-like structure from which a cloth is made. A thin, like structure where a cloth is made. It is a flexible strand which is more of a very small diameter. Like it is small, very thin, like a piece. Yeah. The next term is supposed to define is filament fiber. This is the name given to fiber of continuous strength. It is wrong. It is somehow wrong. Yeah. On the next term that we're supposed to define is what is a stable fiber. It is these are fibers with short length. So we have classification of fibers. These are natural and synthetic fibers. The synthetic fibers are also known as man-made fibers. Natural fibers come from animals and plants, while man-made fibers come from the regenerative fibers and synthetic fibers. Hope you enjoyed the session. Let's meet on our next unit, which will be tools, equipment, and sewing machine.